The idea that China won't be able to have AI chips is completely nonsense. The amount of energy they have is incredible, isn't that right? AI is a parallel computing problem, isn't it? Why can't they just put 4, 10 times as much chips together? Because energy is free. They have so much energy. They have data centers that are sitting completely empty, fully powered. They have ghost cities, they have ghost data centers. They have so much capacity of infrastructure, and their capacity of building chips is one of the largest in the world. Now, of course, if you ask me, would the United States be further ahead if the entire world had no compute at all? But that's just not an outcome. That's not a scenario that's true. They have plenty of compute already. The amount of threshold they need for the concern you're worried about, they've already reached that threshold and beyond. When you have abundance of energy, it makes up for chips. If you have abundance of chips, it makes up for energy. For example, the United States is scarce on energy, which is the reason why NVIDIA has to keep advancing our architecture and do this extreme co-design so that with the few chips that we ship, because the amount of energy is so limited, our throughput per watt is off the charts. But if your amount of watts is completely abundant, it's free. What do you care about performance per watt for?
But then there's a question of, okay, well, can they actually manufacture enough chips?
But they do. Huawei just had the largest single year in the history of the company.
How many chips did they ship?
A ton. Millions. Millions is way more than Anthropic has.
Right, but as you know, the bottleneck often in training and doing inference on these models is the amount of bandwidth. So if you, HBM2, I don't know the numbers offhand, but versus the newest thing you have, it can be almost an order of magnitude difference in memory bandwidth, which is
Huawei's
huge.
A networking company.
But that doesn't change the fact that you need EUV for the most advanced HBM.
Not true. Not at all true. You could gang them together just like we gang them together with NVLink 72. They've already demonstrated Silicon Photonics connecting all of these compute together into one giant supercomputer. Your premise is just wrong.